All right, hey VC, I'm Jamie. Welcome back. We are back with another video and back with a look at my Jethro Tull CD book collection. I don't know what to call these things. They're obviously deluxe editions in sort of book form with CDs and DVDs, but I never know what actually to call these things. If you have any suggestions, put that in the comments. So I thought I'd take a look at them in terms of the order that they were released, if I do have them in the right order, with good reason at the end. So let's take a look at the very first one that was released, Thick as a Brick, at the time the 40th anniversary edition, and including with a great booklet, a really nice presentation for this with the CDs like that, or sorry, a CD and a DVD just for this one, and of course the extensive booklet. Now, I did not pick that one up initially because I thought, well, I've got Thick as a Brick on this special CD release that has, you know, a really nice replica of the newspaper inside, and actually extra music on this edition. So it's got Thick as a Brick, but then it also has Thick as a Brick live at Madison Square Garden 1978, almost 12-minute version, and a complete interview with Ian Anderson and Martin Barr and Jeffrey Hammond, which is at about 16 minutes of length. And they don't have any of that. There's no extra music on this edition. The CD features Thick as a Brick, original album remixed, and the DVD features, you know, a number of different mixes of it, but that's it. There's no bonus material or anything. Again, you know, lovely presentation and, you know, absolutely, you know, extensive booklet and that sort of thing. But even a lot of the booklet is made up of just replicating the newspaper sort of thing. So initially I did not pick that up, but I was happy when they did reissue it so I could complete my collection. So that was the first one released. Now, I'm not going to be looking extensively at each one because I have full videos on all of these. So here's the first one, and then we move on to, if I've got these in the right order, Jethro Tull, Too Old to Rock and Roll, Too Young to Die. And I do love how they started to get into coming up with names for each edition. So this is the TV special edition, and then increasingly with each one, more CDs or more DVDs. Some of these get pretty jammed packed. So this is the television special edition. How many discs have we got on here? We've got at least, 2 CDs and 2 DVDs for this one. And, you know, terrifically nice booklet and great presentation overall. And as I've said, I'm not a huge fan of layering the discs like this. I kind of wish they would put them in separate little holders or folders, that sort of thing. But that's the way they've chosen to present them. And it's interesting for this, certainly with Blu-ray coming in, they never switched over to Blu-ray. They kept it DVD initially because DVD was still pretty prominent or dominant, but then they never switched over to Blu-ray, which is interesting. And then we've got Jethro Tull Aqualung 40th Anniversary Adapted Edition, of course, remixed and mastered by Steven Wilson. And then we got CD1, CD2, and then DVD1 and DVD2 on this one. And this is when they really, you know, started to get in, of course, to really enjoy, you know, lot of extra material, a lot of extra goodies inside. Okay, Jethro Tull, War Child, great album, 40th Anniversary Theater Edition. And we've got looks like we got 2, this looks like a 2-disc set and a 2 DVD set. And there we go with that. Yeah, there's the back there. Okay, and then we've got Jethro Tull, A Passion Play. I thought this one was absolutely a terrific release. I really did like the Chateau de Horville sessions, which they've also released on vinyl. I think are absolutely terrific. Of course, you got Passion Play, and then, so you got, again, 2 CDs and 2 DVDs on this one. And this is getting to be around 2014 for these releases. I thought it was very unusual. I don't know if anybody's pointed it out, but with these two, I think they both roughly came out in 2014, but they're copyrighted 2104. There was obviously some misprint there, so it's copyright 2104 instead of 2014. You probably won't be able to see that. It's right at the bottom, but yeah, there's a bit of a misprint there. I'm sure they'll be so valuable in the future. Okay, we got Jethro Tull, another real favorite album. Jethro Tull, Minstrel in the Gallery. Was really thrilled they put this one out. Again, 2 CDs, 2 DVDs. And, you know, I'm not focusing in on the booklets, but I cannot say enough about the booklets that are included. So much information. They really take fabulous deep dives into the album. Also, often with historical, any historical relevance to the album, that sort of thing. I think it's really cool. So that was Minstrel in the Gallery, and that was the 40th anniversary La Grande edition. And then we've got Jethro Tull, Stand Up, the, of course, elevated edition, and of course they would call it that. So we've got how many discs here? We got 1, 2, and then I think this is just a 2 CD and then 1 DVD that has both audio and video. And then of course they started to get into the DVDs, be it both audio and obviously concert footage and whatnot. And of course we got to have the classic. Yeah, so you get 2 CDs. And this is how I would have preferred them to be housed, in something like this, rather than the CD stacked like this. They could do that at both sides of the cover, but for whatever reason, that's how they decided to do it. Okay, Jethro Tull, Songs from the Wood, 40th anniversary, The Country Set. And so this is 3 CDs and 2 DVDs. Again, as mentioned, now we're getting into audio and audio video for the DVDs. That. And then like that. And sort of the idea was that, you know, they stack them like this, and then if they're looking into extra stuff, they would put them in like that. But I kind of wish that that's how they would have housed the discs. Okay. All right, we've got Jethro Tull, Heavy Horses, of course, now the New Shoes edition. He's coming up with lovely, witty titles. And we got at least 3 CDs on this and then 2 DVDs. 3 CDs and 2 DVDs. All right. Like that. And then again, housed in like that. Okay. And then Jethro Tull, This Was. And it's interesting that, you know, that they didn't just reissue each album chronologically. They have kind of gone back and forth, and of course spotlighting if it's an anniversary release. So this is the 50th anniversary edition, Jethro Tull, This Was. No fun title for this. Yeah, no fun title. No fun titles. We've got, how many CDs for this one? We got 3 CDs and 1 audio. Or 1 DVD audio, sorry. And there you go. Okay, we got Jethro Tull Stormwatch 40th Anniversary Force 10 Edition. Always thought that was a terrific color. The animation on that, you know, the drawing on that is really nice. And this one was a big one. This was, how many discs altogether? We had, I think, 5 CDs and then 2 DVDs. Yeah, this was a surprising, 4 CD and 2 DVD set. Sorry, I guess 4 CDs, not 5 CDs. My apologies. 4 CD and 2 DVD set. And then the book inside. All right, we've got Jethro Tull Benefit, another favorite early album, the 50th Anniversary Enhanced Edition. And of course, the 100-page book. And then how many discs or how many CDs have we got rocking on this one? We got 4 CDs and 2 DVDs. 1 DVD audio and 1 DVD video. Again, absolutely terrific. Okay, we've got Jethro Tull A, and I like the way they called this one, a la mode. I thought it was a great idea. Jethro Tull certainly beginning to go in quite a different direction with this one, starting to incorporate more synthesizers and things like that. This one, 3 CD set and 3 DVDs, which, yeah, that one was surprising for me. I wasn't sure that they were going to have so much extra on the DVDs, but 3 CDs and 3 DVDs on this one. Okay. And as I said, for any of the, if you want to see the booklets and whatnot, I do have videos on all of these. Oh, okay. And now we've got to, wow, I think this, yeah, and this one was one of the surprising big ones, just in terms of content. This is Jethro Tull, of course, the Broadsword and the Beast 40th Anniversary Monster Edition, and that it is for this one. And again, they included a 164-page book on this, and gosh, we have at least 5 CDs, and then we've got 3 DVDs, so absolutely incredible. And this one, you can definitely feel the weight of this as opposed to the other ones. And another terrific album cover. I just love the artwork there. But yes, so much content in this one. Which again, I wasn't necessarily expecting it for all the Jethro Tull albums. I wouldn't have expected them to go really big on this one in particular. And this one, yeah, had some cardstock separation in there as well. Okay, so there you have that. And then the last one I've got in the releases is Jethro Tull Live Bursting Out. And this is, of course, the inflated edition, hence the big balloon there. And this is absolutely terrific. 96-page book with how many CDs have we got? We got 3 CDs and 3 DVDs on this one. All right, and so we got that, and then like that. And which brings me now to this one, which has been on my wish list, and it's been, for whatever reason, very tricky to get in North America, but finally was able to pick up the Christmas album that has been released. This is the again, anniversary. I don't know if it's necessarily an anniversary release, but yeah, this is the Jethro Tull Christmas album, Fresh Snow at Christmas. I did pick up the vinyl version on this because it was not initially released on vinyl. I think it was CD only. And so this is, how many discs? This is 4 CDs and Blu-ray. And so this one has a nice little hype sticker. And what's interesting about this one is that this is not technically part of this series. This is released on Sony and Inside Out, which is Jethro Tull's current label. These are all on Chrysalis, so these are all looking at, the classic, excuse me, Jethro Tull releases. So this one on Sony, Inside Out, and which is interesting because they decided to follow the same style as this, which I think is really a good idea. If you're going to do this, and I'm sure they might be doing it with some of the more recent Jethro Tull. I don't know how much of that catalog that Sony Music owns, but I think that's a very clever idea to release it in this style. And this has one of the few with actually a hype sticker. These ones have never come with a hype sticker as far as I recall. And let's take a look at the hype sticker. Limited 4 CD and Blu-ray book set. I guess they're calling it the book sets. There you go. That answers my question right there. Okay, sorry about my voice all of a sudden. The 2003 Festive album, newly remixed from the original master tapes by Bruce Sword. The 4 CDs include the album in its original mix and 2024 remixes, and 2 CDs with live material, including some never before released. The Blu-ray comes with Dolby Atmos 5.1 surround sound and high-res stereo mixes of the main album, plus high-resolution stereo mixes of the live material. And so, yeah, I was throwing all the extra music on here. So you have CD1 is the original 2003 mix. CD2 is the 2024 remix. And that is what is available on vinyl. CD3 is Christmas at St. Bride's 2008, remixed in 2024. And then CD4 is the Ian Anderson Band live at McBride's 2006. Okay, yeah, so the Christmas at St. Bride's CD3 is 2008. And then it's the Ian Anderson Band from 2006. Very good. And then the Blu-ray is the album. It looks like pretty much, it just says Blu-ray. So I don't know if it's necessarily Blu-ray audio or if there's any visual there. Probably no visual. I think it's all Blu-ray audio. Okay. Without further ado, let's take a look inside, open this up. As I say, I don't know, for whatever reason, seeing so many videos on it from our UK friends or, friends around the world that were able to pick up copies around Christmas time. But, gosh, for whatever reason, this just was really hard to find. I don't know why it took so long, but here we are. And again, very much in the style of the other series, even though this is on a different label. And you do see that from time to time. I know that Rhino had released the Velvet Underground Loaded, the big CD box sets in the same style as the other albums in that series that were on a different label. So I thought that was, sometimes record companies are smart when they do things like that. But there you go. Okay, so let's pop them out and take a look. And so we got CD1. And of course, as I say, I'm not a huge fan of the way the CDs are housed like that, but if you're going to be consistent, there you go. Okay, so listening to some Christmas music in March, April. And then we have CD4, and so that gives you a nice kind of background there. And not an extensive booklet by any means, and then the DVD is here. Oh, sorry, not DVD. Yeah, this will be the first one that has gone with a Blu-ray. Yes, that's right. I'm sorry, because all the other ones have been DVD, but this is Blu-ray audio. So this is going to be slightly different. So they have gone with Blu-ray on this one. But I'm assuming, it doesn't say, but I'm almost assuming this is just Blu-ray audio. Yes, there's another slight change with this release. Okay, and I don't think it's not an extensive booklet, but let's take a look. That nice little write-up, I think probably Ian Anderson has a little blurb there. And I guess this is looking like it's simply just the recreation of the lyrics. Yeah, some nice photography, but unfortunately, yeah, and that's, I think, continued notes from Ian Anderson. Okay, so not as extensive, certainly a booklet as the others in the Chrysalis series, if you will. But neat to have this as part of the collection, and if they're going to release this, clever to release this in the same style as the other booklets like that. That's so they're nice, both nicely the same size. One's not slightly taller. So that's kind of a clever way to do things if you're going to put this out. So there you go. Finally, in my possession, the Jethro Tull Christmas album, Fresh Snow at Christmas. There you go. So thank you so much for dropping by, and we'll chat again soon. Do take care.